Let's look at how the evaluation module is constructed. The purpose of this module is to exercise the official's ability to properly enforce penalties. You can click on the little eye icon to get an overview of what the scenario entails. It also shows who committed the infraction and when in the scenario that infraction occurs. You'll see that the evaluation module looks very similar to the mechanics module in terms of all the camera angles that you can take, your control of the vision cones, and crew sizes. The actions and vision cones associated with each of the officials are adapted from the mechanics module and applied to this particular scenario. And as a reminder too, this is the counter that we use associated with the information icon to show you when the infractions occurred. Let's watch this scenario play through the eyes of the referee. When the scenario is completed, we can proceed to the evaluation. And here we discuss things just as we would on the field during the course of the game. Where did we start? What's the result of the play? And what was the infraction? So here we say we have holding by A22 in the end zone. Live ball foul, 10-yard penalty. And we also have an ineligible receiver downfield. Live ball, we believe it may be a 10-yard penalty. And then we can do a return to field. Just as we would in real life, we have somebody covering the end of the play. So we have the ball there. We have a flag with an official standing there showing where the holding occurred. And another flag here showing that we had the ineligible downfield. We can also see the location of the chains to see that it was indeed 2nd and 9. This return to field is a static image, but it's set up in a free camera mode, so you can take a look across the field to see where officials are positioned. So now we go back and we look at the options that we have. In this case, we're going to accept option 3, where B will decline the ineligible receiver downfield, accept the holding call, resulting in a safety. And not only should we know what the individual signals are for each of the infractions, but it's important also to know the proper sequence of signals that the white hat would give as a result of this situation. And here we believe that the correct sequence is option C. We hit finish, and then you see that we receive a score. So now as we go back, we can see what the correct answer was. It shows green that that's what we selected, but we also then include rule references to take us back into the rule book to ensure that we're properly enforcing what the Federation rules desire. And here you see that we got this answer wrong, so that's indicated in red. Correct answer there. And again, we offer up the rule reference. And even after you have determined the correct response to the scenarios, your options are still open to discuss the what-if scenarios associated with this scenario. For example, here we see that the ball is bouncing off of white 61. What if white 61 had turned to catch the ball? You can discuss those kinds of scenarios. And again, depending on your mechanics, who covers the spot of the ball and who covers the individual flags on the field, while the crew is discussing how the infractions and how the penalties will be enforced. We are creating new scenarios for the evaluation module. If you have one that you would like us to animate, send your suggestions to letmehelp@getirighttraining.com.